So this is for 15 million. We have 1.5 million in there, but we really need to close. So we have to find those investors. When it comes to the point where you have to extend, you're gonna have to put some money down. But a deal like this is almost the same scope of work as a 10 unit or 20 unit. The funds is gonna be bigger. Your investment size is gonna be bigger. Your investor is gonna be a lot different.
What is up, YouTube? Matt McKeever here with Kasey Wong, and we're in Niagara Falls. And you may be wondering what we're doing in Niagara Falls. So Kasey, can you kind of break down for us?
For sure.
What's the story here?
So we have this this little property under contract right now. It's Roadway Inn. It's a nice piece of property that we can build 3 buildings. And we actually had this under contract for about 3 months, 3 or even 4 months. And we actually had to delay the owner because we couldn't get the money, the investors, and some of the overseas investors sort of bailed on us at the last minute. So we actually went over and partnered up with Pro Funds, Carmen and I think it's Carmen is the main person, Richard, and also Lou. So we got them involved. So we're doing a joint venture with them. This location is very prominent. It's a high profile location. So if you just do a quick little 360, Peter, you can see the just the location.
Yeah.
The locale is amazing.
And we'll throw up the Google Maps, and that'll really make it obvious.
But the deals are here. So there's a deal of the century every single week. The only thing is that sometimes it's the funding. You have to get these the investors, and some of the investors, you know, there could be hiccups. There's going to be hurdles that they have to overcome. Some of the money could be overseas, and they can't get the money here. So it's a little hard for us as well to partner up with people and find the right partners. So there are deals out there. We got this for 15 million. So some of these parcels of land was selling for about 25 to even up to 40 million. One right in front of the falls is going for, I think, 42.5 million. Of course, there's only one side that faces the falls. You have other 3 sides that don't face the falls as well. So they're buying it at premium, rightly so, because they have that view. Something like a B-class hotel that we're gonna be putting here, like a Hilton, will probably be like a True, or there's a Homestay suite, I believe, that we have an LOI on from Hilton, and they like this. So something like this isn't everybody's radar. Anybody can do it. The only thing is that, yes, it's the funding. So scaling to that size, it took us since 2003 till now. So it's 13 years. We're 2019 May, at the end of May. So it is, you know, it's not your oh, in 1 or 2 years you're gonna get to something like this. It may take some time. But a deal like this is almost the same scope of work as a 10 unit or 20 unit. The funds is going to be bigger. Your investment size is going to be bigger. Your investor is going to be a lot different, and they're more sophisticated. They're not going to be your regular mom and pop. Hey, I'm going to invest 50,000, 100,000. They're going to be more sophisticated. They're going to have lawyers. Of course, we have lawyers as well. We want to make sure that the deal itself is a win-win for everybody. But yeah, there's always deals out there. Just go. You have to, you know, network. Network in the right places. Like, I know you like the right group. I'm in RAIN, but I actually go out and network with people that they're not in real estate. Yeah. So get out there, start talking to people. People will find you as well. I know some people are reaching out to me through this channel, which is great. But deals are just like the St. Catharines deal that we're working on right now. This is the Niagara deal. So we're at end of May 2019. We're working on a Whitby deal as well. We're going to build about 73, about 100 units, condos right downtown Whitby. So there's 3 projects that we're working on right now, and some people are asking, hey, like, I should do a YouTube channel or whatever. Mind you, I have 200 units, about 5 buildings, maybe 3 projects right now that we're working on, 4 kids. It's busy. We're actually moving right now.
Right, yeah.
We're moving right now, so we're pretty low key. Like, we've been living in our bungalow. Mind you, this is it.
Yeah, Kasey's been house hacking.
So I've been house hacking for the last, 13 years. I live in a bungalow. That bungalow is a 1-story, okay? I rent out my basement to 2 tenants. I have two full-size kitchens and a bathroom, separate entrance, so I don't see my tenants. It's a 1,300 square feet bungalow from wall to wall, okay? Wall to wall, 1,300, maybe 1,350 square feet, and I rent the basement out for almost $2,000, okay? And I could buy a place up north or someplace and, you know, be mortgage free, but I like to stay in the Yonge and Finch area in the Toronto area. So that's where we live. We're going to be building a house, but it's taken us 16 years now. We have 4 kids, 11, 9, 7, and 2, living in a bungalow, 1,300 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So you know what? We really used that space, that little bungalow, for how many people? 9 people. Okay. So, you know, I'm not saying everybody should live frugally. I'm not saying everybody should do what I do. You know, your life is your life, right? Do what you want.
Yeah.
Right. I know you guys house hack. I guess I do it. And then there's deals, right? And then now we're building, but I'm not very what's the word? Exorbitant in my spending.
Yeah.
My habits are it is what it is. You'll probably always see me in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans and a pair of boots that I've been wearing for the last 5 years. This is whatever, right? But that's how I am. Okay. But I just want to help you guys out. There's deals out there. Just go out there, take a look at, like, you have to search, and deals will find you, and you will find the deals as well.
And so this is a different type of project than what your bread and butter has been. So do you mind kind of, just for the audience, how do you approach like moving into a different industry or business? Or
good point. I was talking to, we had that the video with Adam. Adam's looking at me right now, and he's saying, my thing was, hey, go do the deals and be good at it, right? And then he wants to scale up, do a multifamily, which is good, okay? Because now he can expand his portfolio, right? But my investors are always going to be looking at multifamily because they like multifamily. It's easy. It's financing is a lot easier. You can get right at the get-go. You're getting money right away. You're getting that rent. Something like this is out of my comfort zone, out of my wife's comfort zone. Having a build, being able to raise money because sometimes you can't get the financing from the bank. Getting the Whippy deal, and this deal is completely different. The one in St. Catharines has a 40-unit building. So this is out of our comfort zone. We're stepping into some development. That opportunity seems to be good. And we try to, in cases that we don't have that experience, we partner up with people.
Yeah, and I think that's just really important to hit upon, right? It's not like you decide, okay, I'm going to go out and start my own brand of hotels. I'm going to do everything from scratch. Like, no, you're going to lean upon other people, their infrastruccture, their network as well. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not a hotel operator. So you're going to be hiring somebody out. I have my administrators that we just hired. We hired an accountant full time in our office. But you're not going to know everything, and you're going to reach out to people that has that experience. If we have to outsource the hotel operations, we're going to do that. If we're going to partner with somebody who has that experience, who has the funding, we're going to do that. But yeah, you just have to be out there. Deals are out there, but you just have to be able to put everything together. The knowledge is out there. The execution of deals is very difficult. For a lot of people, it's going to be very difficult. This is something like you guys will learn, either videos, or you're going to Google it, you're going to partner with somebody, you're going to get coaching. Not from me, but from other people. Get coaching. I know actually other coaches ask me to coach them. I just don't have the time. But there are deals out there. Just get going, right? And just
and so one other thing I want to build upon that I think is really important, you mentioned, like, yes, you go to some real estate investor networking events, but you're also really focused on networking with non-real estate investors because real estate investors want to get too hands-on, right? Like they want to get the absolute best deal because that's what they're focused on. Where you want people that actually want to kind of more passively invest, right? So you need to go to where those people are.
That's right. I'm talking to people, gas station attendants. They're actually owners. They could be obviously your professionals. It could be your doctors, your lawyers, your dentists, people like that. Usually business owners get it. So you're out there talking. We could be like friends of sports groups or whatever. It could be like the baseball, the hockey groups and things like that. You're going to be talking, and a lot of these people are in this age group of anywhere from about 40 to about 50. That they're sort of entrenched in their business or in their jobs, but they don't have the time. So those are the people that you're talking to, and you're just out there. Again, we talked about attracting investors, and we talked about the conversation. But it really is that you actually get out there and start talking to people and meeting people.
Yeah, and so one other thing I just want to really highlight about this project, this story in particular, is YouTube. You often just kind of see the highlights, right? So they don't necessarily see like they're the ups and downs and the stress, and so we don't necessarily have to get into specifics if you don't want to, but you were mentioning how in order to get an extension, you had to put down earnest money that wasn't going to be refundable, right?
That's right. So we couldn't close, so we had to extend. So we had to actually put an extra $1 million. So we had about a 1.5 million into this. Obviously, if you don't close, that's your deposit, right? So this is for 15 million. We have 1.5 million in there, but we really need to close. So we have to find those investors. When it comes to the point where you have to extend, you're gonna have to put some money down. Even with my other project, the Galt and the Preston property, the 65 unit, I put in extra, I think it was, sort of slipped my head, I think it was 300,000 or 400,000. Okay, I think it's 300,000 that I had to put up. But it comes to the point where you have to do this, and you have to have some deeper pockets, either you or your investors, right? But you're going to be scaling up. You're going to be doing the Airbnbs, the smaller single-family homes, and then you're going to be scaling up and getting the larger projects. Because honestly, time-wise, you're working a single-family home to like a triplex, a duplex, conversions to something like a 40-unit building or something like this. It's almost the same amount of work, right? So scaling up and getting something bigger is really it is a lot easier.
Yeah, I love it. I know the YouTube channel is going to absolutely love this. It's just it's where we all want to get to, right? But at the same time, it starts by house hacking. You know, living with 6 people in a 1,350 square foot apartment and a house you own. That's how you get here, is by making those sacrifices, by really focusing on what's truly important. So anything else we should say before we wrap up this video, Kasey? Or?
No, just, you know what, go ahead, like, go and do it, guys. Like, you guys can do this. I'm not, like, really, you have to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, network, take a look at some properties. Remember, my wife and I looked through 300, walked through 100 before we bought our first, okay? So get out there.
Love it. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money in this world for us to all make it, but if you're not saving it, I mean, like, what's the point? Thanks, guys. Bye.